Dun, dun, dun. Okay. And we are live. Let me just see. Okay, everything looks good. Right. Alrighty. Then, in this case, let me put my phone in silent mode. And let's get to it. Alright. In the last live, what I did was basically the IKFK switch for the legs, the back legs, and with that we also added some automatic behavior to the pelvis. And as we can see, if I move it like this here, well actually if I move the pelvis, the tail is not moving. I found it out a little bit after the live, when I was doing some refactorings in Deluge Rigger. Alright, so let me check if the chat is working. Let me try something here real quickly. Okay. Alright. So before starting, don't forget, like, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. And if you would like to see some more things related to the 3D pipeline, you can join our Discord server. Link is down in the description. Not only that, if you're also interested in some good quality assets, you also find a link down the description for our stores. So let's see. Yeah, let's continue. Okay, so then if I move this, the tail is not moving with it. That's mainly because one of these, most likely this Control FK1, let's check who is your father. Wait, let's go up. There, okay, yeah. We see the parent is the root, and it should be the control pelvis instead. So let's just do that here and keep offset. Nice. Yeah, by the way, this Deluge Rigger is also free. Well, it's also down the description, and there is a link there. It's free. You can grab it and use it as you would like to. And if you find any problems with it, it would be really nice if you tell me what is the problem so I can change it. Hello. Nice. How's it going? Okay, so there we go. Pelvis connected to the tail. Now let me see. I have this int tail here. It's to 0. So if I move this, it should... okay. So that's actually different. This control here, Control FK, should be parented into this MCH int right there, instead of the pelvis. So MCH int and tail, there, set parent, good. Nice. Now it's working as it should. Okay. Good. And again, if we move it's all working pretty nice. So basically, now we're gonna do something pretty similar, but with the arm. For that, I'm gonna need this one. Let me check if there's anything in the temporary collection. Nope. And so I'm gonna need the scapula and all these bones that compose the arm. So all of them, let's get them to the temporary collection and edit mode. Solo, so we only see this here. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna need to duplicate this one. Shift D, right click, S and 2 to scale it. Oops, forgetting this here. And let's rename it to something like this here. And the same with this one. Shift D, S to F2, get that right there, and remove these 001 from there. Now I want this and this one, whoops, not that one, this one here to be parented with this here, and this one also parented up here, and this one and this one parented to this one here, and this here with this one. Okay, good. So now that we have all of it set up, we can do the twisting. So let's select the hand and this other lower arm 002 there, and copy location, well, rotation. There we go. We change it to local space. Local space we only want on the y-axis, and turn down the influence. So this way, if I grab this one and rotate on the Y, there we go, we have a pretty good twisting effect. Nice. Now the other thing that I'm gonna need is to have this here not following the rotation of this one down here. So basically, let's see. I don't want this to be parented here. I would actually want it to be parented with the scapula up there, because now I want this to be pointing to the upper arm 002 right there. So there, damper track. Okay, so this way I can already rotate this here, and as we can see, it's working as it should, because I can rotate this here, but if I rotate this one, it doesn't rotate the elbow up there, which is what we want. This is the effect that we would like to have. If I would like to, well, have this here following a little bit of the rotation of this one, and then I can add a copy rotation constraint to this here and dial down the influence. But I don't want that. So this one, if I move it like this, yeah, it works just fine. The only difference is that it doesn't get the Y rotation anymore, which is basically what happens with our arms and with these creatures' arms as well. Okay, so this one, all good. Now we're gonna need to create the IKFK chain. So there we go. We're gonna select all of these bones right here. Put it like this. Go to edit mode. And then in the Telegy rigger, we have a create switch chains there. Okay, so basically what it did was it already created some chains and some copies of the bones that I selected and named it correctly for me. So I have the MCH switch, the Control FK, and the MCH IK1. That's basically it. So now, what I'm going to do is to get these, well, the IK with the IK setup working correctly, and the FK, I'm not actually going to do anything with it, at least not for now. And later, we're gonna do the same thing that we did for the pelvis, but for the chest. So there we go, I got this here. Let me create an intermediate bone. Now it works. Not only that, it already created a thing there because I had the X mirror turned on. I don't want it. So just this here is fine for me. Okay, now I can just grab this one, put it kind of like this, bring it to kind of where I think the IK controller should be. And it's kind of like here in the middle of the foot. If I want to change it, I can change it later. So I'm just gonna keep it like this for now. There we go, we're gonna parent it to the root and change the name. So this is going to be Control IK arm dot L. I think that's it. Okay, that's all good. Now I need to have this intermediate bone be parented with this control right here, and at last we're gonna need to shift D, this one, move it in every axis but the Z, well, the X axis, and put it kinda in the same direction as the elbow there, and align it with the world. So there we go, we got something like that, and it's going to be called Control IK arm pole dot L, and it's also parented with the Control IK arm right there. Okay, the last thing for the IK chain, it's just Shift D this one, rotate it a little bit, and put the head, well, not the head, the tail of this bone to the head of this bone, and make it consistent, axis, Z-axis pointing up. Okay, now the name of this one is this, because it's only for visualization. This IK pole line dot L. There we go. Okay, and I'm gonna select that one, this one, and stretch 2. There we go. Now that I have this, I can just come here, look for line, and it's going to be this one. Pretty good. Make the wire width 2, and we are good. Hello, how's it going? Okay, so let's see. Yeah, nice. The line is now following that there. Now what I want is to have this here be the target, and so this int here be the target of this one right here. So D inverse kinematics 1, 2, and that's it. I'll leave it like that. So now if I move it, we're gonna have something like this, which is not bad. But let's get some things correct here. First of all, this bone shouldn't move, well, shouldn't rotate on the Z or the y-axis. So we are going to this invert kinematics and we're going to lock the y and z axis. And that's basically it for this one. Alright, so now if I move, we're gonna have basically the exact same thing. Now, I just want to have this bones, so these MCH switch bones, following these bones first, and then after that following these ones. For that, we have here a button, copy transforms to chain. We just need to say, okay, copy things from the prefix MCHIK to the MCH switch bones. And the name of the constraint is going to be IK switch. There we go. And yeah, it added the copy transforms to all of the bones that was selected. Same thing, and click on it again, Control FK. That one is the same, FK switch. There we go. Now it's in the correct place. And at last, we're gonna need to have these ORGs following the MCH switch chain. But I still need to have this here switching from one to the other. So there we go. Let me put one of these as the active. I'm gonna have this FK switch right here. Here's the Iguanodon. So let me see. I'm going to need the arm. Okay, so it's that one. Copy as a new driver. Right click here, paste driver. Right click again, copy driver to select it. And now if I switch it like this, we see it's moving from one to the other. Good. So let's get the ORG bones now. So it's gonna be this one, and all of these ones down here. Okay, have them selected. We get into the copy transforms to chain, copy this to up there. Here it's ORG and here it's IK FK switch. There we go. We're gonna have something like this. Doesn't look very correct at the moment, but it is. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that is not moving here because it shouldn't. That's correct. Alright. So, if that is the case, then now I just need to get back here and get all of these bones back in place. Well, actually, I was forgetting one thing. Let me select this bone right here. Put it there. Like that. I want the MCHIK. Yeah, I was forgetting to add the pole target. So there we go. Select that. Select this. Select the bone. It's gonna be that one there. This one is minus 90. Let's see, yeah. Now I rotate the camera to see quite close to that. Move to get it to the center of the 3D cursor. Let me see. I think this is the closest that I'm gonna be able to get. So go all the way back, and that should be fine. Okay, now we get back here, and we're gonna select all of these bones and get them back in place. So G, X, X again, -1. Okay, in place. Deselect those, and Shift R to repeat. Deselect those, and Shift R to repeat. And now we don't have anything broken, which is good. Let me see if I move this. Yeah, okay. This is looking good. Let me see if I rotate. Nice, and we got an interesting deformation. Yeah, that's looking cool. Let me check. If I move this here, we are pretty much fine. Okay, but there's still things that we need to do. First of all, scapula. I want the scapula to move. So when I move this here, I want this here to move as well. But this is going to move a little bit less than this one. So let's see, how should I go with that? First of all, let me create an intermediate bone. There, created. And select this MCH1 and align it with the world, just so it's the same alignment as this one down here. It's gonna make things a lot easier for me. Okay, so now that I have that, I'm gonna get this and this. And let me see. If I copy the location, it's gonna completely break it. But I am not going to simply copy it. Let me see. Let me put it local space, and then we're gonna have something like this. Okay, so if I move it like this, it's, well, basically going to move it a lot. But I don't want it to move that much. And also, I just wanted to move... Oh, I would like it to move just a little bit. Let me see. I think it would be a lot easier for me to use the transformation signs instead of the copy location. So Ctrl-Shift-C, because I don't have this one in the D high menu. There we go. Now we get something there. Extrapolate, local space, map from location to location. So let's see. If I move it a lot, if I move this Y, I want this to move to Y as well, but just a little bit. So let's see, how much? Y and move it like -1. Okay, so we got it. Here would be -1, I guess. Check item. Yep, that's -1. So this one, if I move it, max -1 here, -1. Then I want this one to move a little bit. Now, why isn't it moving? I have the extrapolate. Yep. Oh, yeah, of course. Because it didn't move on the X. It moved on the Y. Oh, there. This one's -1 here. Then I can move this one. I like just a little bit. Something like this. Now let's see if I move it up. I want this here to move up as well. So let me Alt G, G, Z, 1. Moved it up like that. Let's see. If I move maximum to 1, I want this here to move until like here. 0.2 is fine. Okay, so let's see. Nice. Really good. Okay, so with this, we already have a pretty nice movement. I could add some rotation to it as well. I just don't know if I should. I think I will, actually. So let's see, I'm gonna add it to this one here, of course. This is transformation. Translation. Okay. So let's get now again this one and that one. Control Shift C. Transformation. Extrapolate. Local space. Local space. Now I want to map from location to rotation. If you use the copy transform and just play with the influence, like 10% is not the same. Yeah, kinda. What is the problem of using the copy transforms? That it will basically, well, let me just get this here, that the copy transforms. We're gonna have something like this first, but then we can change this into local, and then it's going to be like this. Okay, so the copy transforms for this one, if I change the influence to like a little bit like this, if I move it inside, it's going inside of the body as well. So I don't want that to happen. So I would be able to do the same, but maybe using instead of copy transforms. Well, another thing with the copy transforms is it's rotating that there, and I also don't want it to rotate. So let's change it. Instead of using the copy transforms, let me turn those off. So like that. And then let's use the copy location. So I have this copy location here, local space, local space. I don't want the x-axis. And let's see, I get the influence to something like 10 point, like 0.1%. If I move this up, okay, it's going to move that amount. If I move it this way, it's also going to move that same amount. But what is the problem? What if I want to have it moving different amounts, like here? So I have it moving on the Y, like 0.05, and on the Z, 0.02. So this way I have a little bit more control over the amount that I want to move in each axis. Now I could use, but there is that little, I wouldn't say problem, that little difference. Right. So let's get this going. What do I want here? I want, yeah, again, location to rotation. So let me see. If we move this forward by 1. Yep, control is better and more customized, exactly. So that's the only reason. If you want to have it moving the same amount into all the axes, and then copy location would be the way to go. Then, okay, so we moved this one forward by that amount. I want this here to also rotate a little bit in that direction. So let's see. I moved it in the Y, and I want this one to rotate on the X. So this is the Y that's going to affect this X axis. In this case, Y maximum, nope, it's minimum, -1, extrapolate is already there. And I want this here to rotate. How much? Let's see. Something like this. -6 would be fine. Let's see. Okay, that's already pretty good. It's a really good movement that we have that. All automatic. Do we need anything else? Yeah, most likely. So let's see. G, Z, if I bring it up, do I want it to rotate? I don't think so. Like this is already fine. But I would like it to rotate if I move it on the X axis. Now, like if I move it by 0.5. There. I want this here to rotate a little bit to the side. So let's get that. That one, and that is the X-axis, is the one that's actually doing something. And I want to make that rotate on the Y. So this here is going to be affected by the X-axis. So in this case, I moved by how much again? 0.5. So let me select that one up there. This is 0.5 right there. Okay, good. And now let's change the values. So it's not gonna be this way, it's gonna need to be this way. So -10 degrees. No, I think it's too much. Maybe 5 is already good. See? 5. Or something like this. Okay, so now I have it rotating. Not the same amount, but enough. Actually, it should move even less. Let's put it like 3. Just wanted to move very slightly. Or something like this. Let me see. Okay. Nice. Good. And so we have a really nice movement on the scapula there. It's working pretty good. And I still have control of this here. I can still move it if I want to. Quite nice. Another thing actually that I'm gonna need is to get the chest control. Let's see. FK control chest. Yep, send it to the temporary collection. There. Okay, so we have it. I also want to have, like, I'm gonna need to have another intermediate bone in here. So let's get it like this. Create intermediate bone. It's going to make this here, and it's going to be with a .001. Let's just make this a little bit different. And this is the MCH FK chest. Auto. rotation like this. We're not gonna be able to see this, and so I can put the name like this, and so it's fine. Okay, so with that, let me see, how is it? Does it have any constraints? It doesn't. So we are all good. The same idea again. I'm gonna need to, well, get this. If I move it forward, then this here should move in that direction. If I move it back, it should move in this direction. But to make things a little bit easier, I am going to select all of these bones right here, go back to edit mode and symmetrize. Let me just check if there is nothing hidden. It doesn't look like it's correct. So let's get back here, Alt H, to get everybody. So there, get those, get these, all of those right there, and these ones here, and this one here. Let me see, I think I have everything in place. Now, why is this one moving? Let me check. Nope. There is something wrong. Okay, I have all of those correct there. All of them with, well, all of them selected. So just in case, let me click this, add suffix, right click, symmetrize. Let me see. How is it now? No! For some reason, this one here is moving. Maybe because this is the same? Let me check. Ah. Wait. Let me check. If I remove this and this, how is it? Is it back? Yeah, it's back. Okay, so it's one of those. So this one might be fine. Let's see. Okay. Now let's check. What is the problem with this one here? X minus 5. What is this one? X5. Yeah, it makes sense because I'm gonna need to move this one minus instead of the positive one there. Okay. But then this here should also change, shouldn't it? Most likely. Let me see. If I put this here to 6 and this here to 3, this back to 0 and this one to 0. And now I enable it. Nope. Doesn't look right. Let's do it this way here then. Let's put this to 0, this one to 0, this one to 0, and this one also to 0. Okay, so I see. If I move this, gx minus 0.5 there. I want this one. Okay, so the location is minus 0.5. This one is good. Extrapolate. Nice. Hi, hi. Hey, Mo. How's you? How are you going? Rotation. I wanted to rotate on the y-axis. By. Not this one. This one. Okay. This one by 3. Good. Okay, until now, all good. Now the other one is -1. It's the same. It's gonna be -1. I'm going nowhere. I'm watching. Oh. Oh boy. Nice, nice. So the y -1 -6. It's going to be the exact same, if I am not mistaken. So let's see. This one is going to be -1. Okay. So if I move this g y -1, there we go. Like this. I want this here. Well, not that, but this here. To rotate. Let me see. -6. Oh boy. Yeah. I'm doing pretty good, thanks for asking. The weather is bad there. How's that? Too cold? Windy? Raining? There we go. We got something like this. If I put it there, perfect. Now it's working. Let's see. Moving beautifully. Okay, so now that we have all of those, we can do this here. -31 degrees. Where? Isn't it like 8 hours for you at the moment? Now we can have this working correctly. First of all, I'm gonna need that one, and then this one, Ctrl-Shift-C, and then we got transformation again. The idea is local space to local space, extrapolate map from location to rotation. First of all, let's see if I get this. Let's move it by 1 again, so -1. Something like that. 8:44 p.m. And it's doing 31 degrees Celsius. Ooh. Difficult. There we go. This one is going to be -1. And then the rotation on the Y, I want to rotate on the Z using the Y. So this here is going to be, let's see, yeah, something like this. -6. How is Lemon? At the moment, I just looked at him. He's laying down beside my bed with the legs to the air. I think he's good. It should, it should be good. Okay, we got that one there. Let's see, is there another thing that I would like? Hello. Heyo, Moon. Yeah, it's too cute. So this one is gonna be the transformation.l. Let me shift it and make it the transformation.r and change this to be the R1. If it's -1 right there. Let's see, location -1. It's actually going to be 6 positive. Here's in T-pose, so you have to give him some bones and weight paint. Yup. Naughty boy. Okay, so there we go. If we move the leg forward, we see that the chest is moving this direction. That's pretty good. But then again, let me check one thing. MCH. My hand. Oh, it's gonna be here on the torso as well, right? Yep. So I have this transformation Y, and then the transformation Z. The Z one I used, okay. Right, so let's change it. Oh, you go away. Actually, yep, you go away. So this one, we're gonna have to remake it. Okay, so this is transformation Y, L, and this one Y.R. -1. I want to rotate on the Y, not this one. This one can go back to, I don't know, X. Okay, so this one back to 0, but not X, this one Z. So this one, okay, location Y to the source Y as well. Then I can just delete that one. The idea will be not the Y, it's the Z. I'm gonna need to make this to 1 or 0.5. Let's see. Because we use something new, I just feel my dog is also better. He might be the cause for new cancer development in dogs. Ooh, interesting. Because we used something new that just killed all the cancer in his food. Nice, and that's really cool. So is he all right now? Let's see, GZ 0.5. let's move more. I want to see this moving. Okay, so one. The one like this. Then I can grab this one. Okay, let's put it maximum to 1. And now I can rotate it into... No? Ah, yeah, of course, because I need to use the Z. Five. Oh, nice, nice. That's awesome. Okay, so we can shift to this one, make it dot R. But how is this new thing? Is it like a med scene? Or some kind of cameo? That's 1. And then this one's max -5. It's regrowing because that just took a chunk out of the foot, but he's already much happier, even jumping. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, even though he shouldn't. Oh boy. There we go, we got that one. Let's move this one up, and yep, it's rotating, which is pretty good. Now let's do the same idea as we did with this one, but here now. MCHIK arms angle, that's gonna be the name. And there we go, select here and put it there, non-deformed bone, rotate, there. MCHIK, oops, arms, angle. Now this is going to be parented to this one and stretch to that one there. Did I actually parent? I don't think so. Yeah, it's copy location. So let's unparent you. And you copy location. Put you up. It's something that is still in testing, but we said, yeah, let's just try it because it had like a month left. Nice. I'm changing a month for 5 years, and that's a lot better. Insanely nice. Good. So with this here, I'm gonna be able to get this one and whoops, Control Shift C, transformation, and this is going to be the transformation Z. Extrapolate, local space, map from rotation to rotation. The rotation is going to be on Z. Minus 80, 180, minus 180, and maximum 180. And then let's see if we move this forward. I want this to move in that direction. So let's check. It's in the Z. I'm also moving the Z. Let's see. So I want it to move that way. Something like 20. Should be fine. Let's see. Let's see if I put 20 minus 20. Okay, so... No, wait. All wrong. This one's 20. Okay, so this one minus 20, this one 20. How's it? Oh. He spent all his energy today and lay in bed. Nice. That's really nice. I love dogs. Is this the last for bones on Iguanodon? Not really. Because I still need to do some other things. So let's see this one. If I move it in that direction, is it okay? That is going that direction. Nice. If I move this one, ooh, that's a lot of bones. Let me grab it. This one. Move it this way. Yep, it's working. Back, it rotates as well. So for this year, I still need to do the auto balance thing. At the moment, I just did the auto rotation on the chest, auto rotation on the pelvis. I need to make the auto balance. And I don't know if I'm going to make snap IK. And there is also the other things like corrective bones. It's a new paleo project dino coming up, by the way. Ooh, that's a good question. I didn't get any yet, but later I'm gonna see, maybe. Sometimes I'm working with some other rigs in our Discord server. Like right now I'm rigging a dragon, and this one I'm not doing live here because I'm already doing the Iguanodon. So making two creatures at the same time, I don't know, it wouldn't be very nice. So I just got it. I'm making it in our Discord server instead. By the way, if you're not there in our Discord server, the link is down in the description. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not. Okay, that's good. So now another thing that I want is to have this here rotating down. So let's see, it's this one. Let me just check how I did it, because I already forgot it. Okay, I got the angle, radians 25, but which angle is that? Edit driver. The angle. Okay. That dragon would be nice to see for my friend and mine. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, the one I'm rigging, it's just a little bit different because it has 4 legs. And yours, if I remember correctly, it's just 2 legs and then the wings. But that's the only difference. The wings, they are kind of gonna be the same. Okay, so the torso, there. I'll get this one from through our XYZ Euler. I don't want to work with quaternions here. So there we go. I just want to right click here and let's be a little bit more efficient. So there we go, we got that. Got it here. Paste driver, and then we add it. But then we change this from legs angle to arms angle. Okay, so there we go, arm angle. Yup. That's the only difference. Let me see if I move it forward. It's going down, 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 and it's already working. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so if I make it like this, we already have a pretty much walking dinosaur. So there we go. We already have all the movement for the chest and all the movement for the pelvis working automatically. So that's basically it, I'd say. So for this one, let me save it because I didn't save since the beginning of this live, which is very dangerous. Don't do that. And well, yeah, this is basically it for today then. We already worked a lot in this, a lot of things complete, and I'm going to do some tests to see how I'm gonna make the auto balance thing. Nice, nice. Being on the thin ice there. Oh. Indeed. Yeah, always save and bad lemon. Yep. Alrighty then. That's basically it for today. If you got all the way here, don't forget to like, subscribe, check our stores, and get into our Discord server to see more about 3D things. So, that's it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.